What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So, got a little bit of a discussion topic that I want to talk about today. As you can tell by the title, I just figured that since Legacy United, or whatever it's going to be called, leakers have said it's going to be called United, but again, it's not officially confirmed yet. We will be seeing Legacy Year 3 of Wave 1 that will be dropping around January of next year at PulseCon this Friday. So I just thought it was fitting that since we're probably going to be getting the packaging art, poster art for Legacy Year 3, which usually these package art and poster art type things hint at what the Commander class and Titan class of the year is going to be. I think some posters don't show the Commander class or Titan class, but most of them do. So there's a pretty high chance that we're going to be seeing the Titan and Commander on the Legacy Year 3 poster that'll probably be revealed at PulseCon. I'm just assuming because that's what they've done in previous years. I mean, they could do something different this year and not show the art off just yet. But let's assume they will, and let's speculate before we might officially get that reveal on who the Titan and Commander of 2024 will be. Now, if you've watched my previous leak videos from this year and last year, the rumor for the Commander class, at least for almost 2 years now, has been Tidal Wave. That's what a lot of leakers have been hinting at. It's what even the Hasbro designers back during the live stream in April when they revealed Wave 3 and Armada Megatron, they were hinting at, there's ports on him where he could combine with a familiar character that we know Armada Megatron combines with, and obviously that's Tidal Wave. I mean, you could go even further and even, is it pretty crazy to say, but you could even go with Dreadwind and Smoke Jumper, which was from the Robots in Disguise toy line, which was a subline adjacent to Armada that was going on at the time, but that's probably not that. It's probably most likely they're hinting at Tidal Wave, like a 99% chance that it's Tidal Wave they're talking about and not Dreadwind and Smoke Jumper. But who knows? Weirder things have happened the past few years. I mean, we got Power Dashers, GoBots, potentially Rock Lords next year in the Generations line, so who the hell knows? But that's the main character rumor. That's pretty much the only character rumor that we know about right now for the Commander class of next year, Armada Tidal Wave. Now, if it is Tidal Wave, and I think it is Tidal Wave, there's a few repaints they could do. So I could see it definitely being Tidal Wave. They got the Energon repaint. What was another repaint? Wasn't it like a Costco exclusive or something? There was another repaint of Tidal Wave, I think in like the Armada line that I'm drawing a blank on. But there's definitely the Energon repaint, which is probably the most popular out of them all. Probably just as popular as is Armada Deco. There's also, you know what I think it is? I'm thinking of that the Armada toy deco was different from the cartoon deco of Armada. So maybe that's what I'm thinking of. So what they could do is give us the show accurate deco, then in like Generation Selects or some subline or as like a fan channel exclusive, give us the toy accurate deco. And then at some point, or maybe even the same year, give us the Energon repaint for the Energon representation of 2024. We do have Energon, Megatron, and Galvatron as core class, but I mean, come on, that's freaking core class. Megatron deserves better than that. He needed to be a leader class right off the gate. I know they're trying to play it safe because Energon is a really hated Transformer show within the fandom. Me personally, I really don't see all of the hate with it. I mean, yeah, some of it's granted, but, I grew up on Energon. I I have some sort of personal attachment to that show. My mom got me the DVD of the first few episodes of season 1 at Walmart in like 2007, and leading up to the 2007 movie's release, that was the cartoon that I watched. That was my first Transformers cartoon. That was my first ever exposure to the Transformers cartoons outside of seeing TV spots for the 2007 movie at the time. And then a few months later that year, in like December of 2007 or even early 2008, I started watching Transformers Animated because it came out around the same time. So I have that personal connection with Energon. I'm sure a lot of other Transformers fans around my age have too. So I'm definitely not the only one that wants new figures of Energon. That's not just a rinky-dink core class of a character that should be leader class at the least. They could even do a commander class on Energon Megatron. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. But anyway, I'm getting a little sidetracked. So that's basically the main character, Tidal Wave. I don't think there's been any other rumors of another character. So I honestly don't see it being any other character than Tidal Wave for the commander class of 2024. And if it's not, that would be the biggest discredibility for leakers in probably a few years, I'd say. I don't know, I can't remember one off the top of my head when the last time leakers got something wrong that significant. But if the commander class isn't Tidal Wave next year, that would be freaking insane. But I've rambled long enough about the commander class for next year. Now let's talk about the Titan class and what it could be. Now, there's not really concrete rumors on what the Titan class is for next year like there is for the Commander class, but in terms of speculation on my part, me personally, I'm leaning into it being an Armada Unicron. I've talked about this in previous videos. I was probably the first one on YouTube to mention this idea, to be honest with you. I don't know, maybe there was somebody else that I just don't know about, maybe TJ Omega or 14th Prime or somebody out there said it. But as far as I remember, I think I was the first one on one of the YouTube videos to say Armada Unicron could be the Titan class for next year, and I still stand by that. If you look at the history so far from Generations since, when was the HasLab Unicron officially announced? What was it, 2018, 2019? Those past 4 or 5 years, we've had the War for Cybertron trilogy, Legacy. They're trying to bring in all these characters from all these different universes. The third trilogy of Legacy might be called United, uniting all the different universes of Transformers together as one. When you think about that whole concept, all these different characters we've been getting over the past 4 or 5 years, it makes sense with the whole multi-universe angle of Unicron and the powers that he has to jump from universe to universe. It would make sense that at the end of Legacy, the third and final trilogy, or the third and final part of the trilogy for Legacy, that the big baddie would be Unicron. I mean, that just fits all too well. And plus, it's a way to capitalize off of the Armada hype. It's a way to capitalize off of the 2000s kids that grew up with that version of Unicron. It's a way of getting a Unicron out there that's not a $2,000 HasLab on eBay. And you're not breaking that whole HasLab idea of you're never going to see this figure produced in the main line. It's just going to be a HasLab. Because the Armada Unicron design is different enough from the G1 design where it's its own character, basically. It's its own design of Unicron. They did change up quite a few different things in terms of details and the overall design of them. It definitely does still look like G1 Unicron, but they obviously did change it a little. So I could see them getting away with doing a Titan class Unicron from the Armada version of the character. They could even repaint this Titan class in Generation Selects for the Energon Unicron. What other repaints they could do? I'm talking a little outlandish here, but the designers have said that anything is on the table. So I'm throwing this idea out there. What if they remold, if it is indeed Armada Unicron, remold it into, Beast Wars Neo Unicron? who was originally going to get a figure back in, what, 1998, 1999, but Takara canceled it. That design looks amazing. That figure looks like it would have been amazing if it released. It would be a perfect way to get another canceled figure from 25, 30 years ago back out to the public. I mean, there's a lot of retool and repaint potential here if they did do a Titan class Unicron. Now, I know there's not, a lot of spaces open every year for a Titan class repaint or remold in Generation Selects or in the main line or as an exclusive or whatever, but it's still a possibility. I mean, we do get 2 Titans a year now since, 2021, 2022? So it's a possibility that either in 2025 or wherever, that if the Titan is Unicron, we get an Energon repaint, a Beast Wars Neo remold, or some obscure Unicron repaint that I'm just not thinking of off the top of my head for this video. But in terms of any other Titan class figures, it could be, I could see Grandis maybe. I could see another Unicron trilogy character like somebody from Gigantian, like Quick Mix or Menasor. If it is Menasor, again, that's a good way of using the trademark and refreshing that again for another year, because, Hasbro loves to do that. It could be, there's still so many options out there. I don't think it's going to be another ship. I've seen people talking about maybe it's the Exalion or the Predacon ship from Beast Wars. I'm drawing a blank on its name right now. It could be those people are talking about, but I don't think it's going to be another ship 2 years in a row, because it seems like they like to space out the ships, and Hasbro already sort of knows that the ships don't sell too well. The Ark is still on clearance in some places, I think. Like, he doesn't go for a whole lot online. There's still so much leftover stock from the Ark, and I'm pretty sure the Nemesis is going to be the same way, even though that figure came out a bit better and it's a little more popular than the Ark. So I don't think it's going to be a ship. It's definitely going to be a character deserving of the Titan class that we've known before in the Transformers lore. My money's on Armada Unicron, but me personally, I would really love a Grandis. I don't know why, but he's a character from Animated, one of those background characters that I just sort of fell in love with in recent years. So yeah, y'all know me, I love my animated background characters, but I've been rambling on a little too long here. But I'm sure you guys love to hear me talk. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in this video. I think the Commander class is going to be Tidal Wave. I think the Titan class might be Armada Unicron. I'm not going to hold my breath on that, but I think that's what I'm sticking with for now. And if it's not Unicron, the ideas are really exciting on who it could be, guys, and I cannot wait for what they're going to do for the 40th anniversary of Transformers next year. It's going to be crazy, and our wallets are going to be in pain. But we're going to love the pain, and our wallets are going to love the pain because it's plastic goodness. But thank you all for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think the Titan class and Commander class of 2024 will be? And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.